Hello friends, welcome back everyone. I am Danielle and today I'm sharing 8 affordable, easy Christmas DIYs with you. Most of them made with dollar store finds, but they look way more expensive. Stick around because I'm also announcing the winner of last week's Rocking Horse giveaway. Alright, let's jump right into it. Williams-Sonoma sells these velvet bow napkin rings for $40 a set, but I didn't want to spend that for something I'll only use for a month, so I decided to make my own. I grabbed a pack of 15 velvet bows from Temu for $5 and used binder rings from the dollar store. The Williams-Sonoma version simply wraps material around the ring, so I did the same. I unwrapped one of the bows to use as the fabric around the ring, secured it with E6000, and wrapped floral wire around the end while it dried. I sealed the frayed edges by using flames. The next day, once it was completely dry, I shortened the bows and glued it onto the rings. I styled them with these scallop thrifted napkins and a bit of greenery from the dollar store. These are so cute and festive. This next DIY is quick, affordable, and so cute. Anthropologie sells these rotating tea light candle holders for about $22, but I found the exact same style on Temu for just $3. Mine came in silver, but I wanted it to be gold, so after assembling all the pieces, I took it outside and gave it a coat of metallic gold spray paint. That's literally it. I added a tea light candle and it turned into the most charming little carousel. The heat from the flames make the snowflakes spin. It's perfect for the holidays and subtle enough to use all winter long. Before I jump into the next DIY, I wanted to share a moment of calm with you. Cyan Oasis, who specializes in creating eye-catching garden metal spinners, sent me this beautiful copper spinner. It is easy to assemble, is very sturdy, and stands up beautifully against the outdoor elements. As I was filming this, I could hear the birds chirping outside, and it created the most beautiful backdrop. This copper tulip wind spinner has 2 separate pieces that move with the wind. Sometimes they spin together in perfect harmony, and other times one moves gently on its own. Watching it sway and spin gently feels almost therapeutic, like a quiet little moment just for you. The copper catches the light so beautifully, and the motion has this soft, meditative flow that instantly calms me. If you're looking for something simple that brings a sense of peace to your home or garden, this is truly a beautiful, relaxing piece. If you are interested in purchasing, please click the link in the description below. Thank you again to Cyan Oasis. So next I'm going to make a wreath for Christmas. These are the items that I'm going to use. If you saw my last thrifting video, you'll remember this wreath that I purchased recently. I'm also going to use baby's breath that I already had. These are some stems that I've had. I think I bought these last year. I never used it, so I just actually cut these up into smaller pieces from the stem that it was on so that I could stick them into the wreath. I have acorns that I've had for years probably, and then I also have floral wire to attach all of the stems and the acorns to. The first thing I did was add these red stems throughout the wreath. I noticed that some weren't spread out evenly, so I just went back and fixed a few of them. Then I tied floral wire around the base of the acorn so that I could attach it to the wreath. Once that was all complete, I included all of the baby's breath. I purchased these bells from Amazon last year and decided to use it on this wreath to add a more rustic feel. I attached all 3 bells with more floral wire. When I hung the wreath on the door, I felt like something was missing, so I went out into the backyard and picked some stems from the bushes. I attached a couple, and I love the natural organic feel that these add to the wreath. It definitely brings the outdoors in, which I love. I've actually never made a wreath like this, and I really love it. I love the wispiness of the stems. I love the natural elements throughout. I was inspired to DIY a few mercury ornaments for this year. I've been inspired by mercury ornaments sold at Zara Home, Crate & Barrel, and Pottery Barn. The ones that stood out to me though are these from Magnolia, so I decided to use some glass ornaments that I thrifted this year. They were only $2.49, and I also picked up some stickers from Michael's. In order to achieve that beautiful shiny mercury effect on the inside of these ornaments, I purchased this mirror effect spray paint. Once the entire side was coated, I brought it inside and used a blow dryer to dry everything. I did see on a website that you don't have to use a blow dryer, but I tried that and it did not stick and dry completely, so a blow dryer is definitely needed. Once all of the ornaments were filled with this spray paint and dry, I added these beautiful gold stickers to achieve that same effect that the ones from Magnolia have. And this is how they turned out. I think they look absolutely beautiful. I love the botanical etching, and I also think that they give a beautiful dimension and shine to the Christmas tree. Thank you so much to everyone who entered the giveaway. The winner has been selected, and I have already reached out directly to them. Just to respect their privacy, I will not put their username on the screen because it does appear to be their full name, but I have notified them and they are good to go. For the others who entered, there will be another chance to win a gift for the holidays. I will be doing another giveaway in a couple of weeks, so I hope that you do enter that one as well. Thank you again to everyone for participating. At Dollar Tree, I picked up these colorful lanterns and decided to give it a rustic twist. I purchased the red and green ones and removed the tops so that I could spray paint everything. I also attached tape to the LED light on the inside so that the spray paint won't cover it. To alter the color, I use this gold metallic spray paint from Behr. To achieve that rustic look, once it was all completely dry, I brought them inside and dabbed on some brown paint. To achieve that natural worn look, I added black paint to the crevices. I love how these lanterns turned out. They were such an inexpensive and easy DIY to do. This next DIY was inspired by Janda Shamess. She recently made a lamppost that I loved, so I'll link her video below so that you can check it out. While thrifting this week, I found a candlestick holder and I grabbed a lantern from the dollar store. This project is super quick. I sprayed the candlestick black, then toned down the semi-gloss finish with a clear matte spray. I set the lantern on top and that's it. It's such a cute addition to our Christmas decor. I didn't glue it down since the candle batteries are accessed from the bottom, but this is so affordable and so cute. Vintage picture frames are so charming. There's so much detail and intricacy that makes them feel timeless. I especially love how holiday art looks inside a vintage style frame. So I grabbed this frame from the dollar store and decided to give it a vintage inspired makeover. I also picked up a set of gift bags that already had that old-fashioned look. To add some age to the frame, I dabbed on antiquing wax. On true vintage frames, the ornate areas usually collect more dirt, so I focused the wax there to deepen the details. I chose the slate image, cut it to size, and even though it already had a vintage feel, I warmed it up a bit by gently dabbing brown paint onto the background with a slightly damp paper towel. Once everything was dry, I put it all together and now I have a vintage inspired art piece for just under $2. Centerpieces are such a fun way to add a festive touch for the holidays. Pottery Barn sells a beautiful bottle brush tree centerpiece for around $150, but I knew I could recreate the look for much less. I headed to the dollar store and grabbed a few bottle brush trees and a gold tray. I attached the trees with E6000, mixing taller and shorter ones and placing them randomly for a natural look. I also picked up some moss, but it was a bit too bright, so I darkened it with a quick mist of black and brown spray paint. I then tucked it between the trees to fill in the gaps. Since some of the trees had glitter, I gave everything a light coat of hairspray to keep the mess under control. I added a strand of LED lights, and that's it. The whole centerpiece cost about $30, such a great dupe for the $150 Pottery Barn version. Now I am making a holiday coaster holder. I grabbed a pack of wooden trees from the dollar store and a small square wood piece for the base. I started by trimming off the trunks so they'd fit flat. Then I glued 4 of the thin trees together to create the 2 side panels. Once that was completely dried, I brushed on antiquing wax because stain wouldn't absorb well, but the wax gave everything a consistent finish. When I added the wax to the trees, the wood grain popped beautifully, almost like it was meant to be a part of the design. I let that cure for a couple of days. Next, I planned out where the trees would sit and scraped away a bit of the wood so that they'd fit securely. Then I used my trusty E6000 to glue everything in place. This might be one of my favorite DIYs. So simple, inexpensive, and it makes even basic coasters look elevated. I have a beautiful collection of ceramic village houses, but sometimes I want something a little more neutral. The dollar store sells these plastic village houses, and I thought it'd be fun to transform them into a ceramic-inspired set. To get that authentic ceramic look, I mixed white paint with baking soda and brushed it all over the houses. Once that dried, I added a thin layer of tan paint along the base for a bit of warmth. Then I finished everything off with a coat of clear semi-gloss spray paint. I realized I forgot the greenery, so I went back in with a dark green color for the wreaths and the bushes. I mixed together black and green paints because I didn't have a dark enough paint that I liked. And then I added a touch of red for the berries. These little villages turned out so timeless and charming, and the warm glow from the built-in LED lights make them feel so cozy and inviting. So that is all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and were inspired to create some affordable DIYs for this Christmas season. I will see you in the next video. Bye!